Every story starts somewhere. These little beings were helped by gigantic forces of nature who took them across the oceans and the solar system. As an old saying goes, life always finds a way, but sometimes needs a little push. Shape planets with your powerful giants. Generate plants. Living creatures. Predators. Minerals. And unlock new biotica that your people will use to quickly evolve. Humans will evolve and create entire civilizations thanks to your many gifts. Your people can take many paths. Good. Bad. The rules of the universe will not judge you. Shape an infinity of new worlds. Choose your human spirit, giants, and eras. Create symbiotic ecosystems. Inspire humanity with your creations. And let the universe come to life.
Hello and welcome to another day of game streaming on IndieX. And with me today to talk about Reus 2, Manuel from Abbey Games. Manuel, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me. It's morning here. Looking forward to play Reus 2 with you.
Are you ready for the stream?
For sure, yeah.
So let's go straight to the game because people are not here to look at our faces. They are here to talk about the game. So I will create a new game for people to enjoy it since the first second. Can you talk us a little bit about this God game about Reus 2?
Yeah. So it's Reus 2. It's the sequel to Reus 1, which is by now, I believe, 11 years old. So it's really back from when Steam was still in its infancy. There were hardly any strategy games to find. But Reus 1 was our first game, and Reus 2, we made it because we've always felt there was lots of things to improve about the first game. Even though it was a lot of fun and people were really happy with it, we felt we could do more with it. So this is our fourth game, and we tried to make a God game that really is for the thinking strategy player, where you can create not just planets but civilizations and go in all kinds of different directions while really using your mind to figure out best strategies and also finish scenarios with good high scores. It's best to just start playing, and I can explain a lot more about the game.
Is there any different? What am I choosing here on this screen?
So whenever you start a planet, you seed it with a human spirit. So it's the first nomad on your planet, which will settle the first village, and that will determine what direction your planet will go and what they will need. So the inventor, for example, that you've selected now, it will want to develop their technology, and it will also give you a bonus for unique things because it's really curious and it wants to find unique animals, plants, and minerals on the planet. So already you're making a strategic choice here because you want to select the right giants for this, but you can also go for random giants. That works fine.
Okay.
Let's see everything. Yeah, there's a lot of starting options, but let's just go with.
Yeah. But let's go to the gameplay. Okay. And this is one of the most creative aspects of the game. We have to select we have to create the biomes from scratch. What are these giants for the ones watching us?
By the way, I would suggest to turn off the tutorial hints because you have me as a developer here and I can tell you all about it. So let's just quickly restart the planet with the tutorials toggled off. And meanwhile,
How can
I'll explain
I
a bit
turn
about the
them?
giants. Yeah,
How
we
can
go,
I turn them down? Off?
we go back to the main menu and we start a new planet and then turn it off. So leave planet. And then just click new game. And then select the same things. And then on the bottom right, there's tutorial quests. Oh, we'll turn them off.
Okay.
Because otherwise people are going to read a lot of text and we want them to see a lot of game.
Yeah, since it's so easy to start a new game.
Yeah, so we got a different set of giants, I see. So basically your giants help you form the planet, and the first thing you do really is create a biome, and you can already choose what type of biome you want. So do you want savanna from the savanna giant?
Let me show the other ones. It can be a savanna, it can be a forest.
Or the taiga, like the really cold one from the frost giant. You'll already see that some of the giants are new. So the first Reus had 4 giants, and the second Reus has 6 different giants, and you only always get to bring 3. There's a bit more strategy involved there. Yeah, just make it big, nice and big. You can always expand it later. Planet is really yours to shape.
Yeah, it's the first time I saw these 2 on the right side.
Yeah.
On the first game, I think that there wasn't none of these 2. But
yeah, okay. The way we set it up is there's a little bit of a metagame progression, so that gradually you will unlock all features and giants. But it's really like if you're a good strategy game player, you can unlock everything in like the first 5 or 6 games, maybe 8 to 10. But there's always enough for you to experiment with. But that way, there's a lot going on in Reus 2, and we don't want to dump it all on you in the very first game.
No, I should have to set up my nomads.
Yeah.
And even the placement, it should be a bit strategic. You cannot see it because we are on the beginning of the game, but it requires a bit of strategy to place them.
Yeah, it does. The real strategy starts once we start building your first ecosystem. We already see that the inventor, because you chose the inventor as your first nomad, they have an eye for technology. They want to already develop their science, even in this primitive state. So there are several ways to go about that. So in Reus, you have 3 main categories of life to create, things to create in nature. Those are plants, minerals, and animals, each has one of these categories. And if we want to go for technology, you will really want to go with plants or minerals.
And for minerals, I think it's this one. So I have to create another biome. What can I do here? Animals with my inventor. So I have to create another biome to go to minerals.
Yeah, you could, because the biome that you create influences which biotica are available, which things are available. But really, you can use every giant in every biome. So even though the frost giant creates the taiga, they can place minerals in the savanna as well.
Oh, yeah. Let's try that.
The idea here is that the game plays like a sandbox game where you get to experiment with your abilities and your biotica. Eventually, you'll find out that some options are better than others. You found the bonus note, so this helps you. The 50% boost if you place minerals on there.
I did not saw that. Do I have some of these? Yes, I have a mineral. I didn't know. I was placing just... I had the giants working on their environment only. That's why I couldn't unlock stuff easily. But that
it's really important to place ecosystems. Like the core gameplay is really in finding good strategies and synergies among all the hundreds of plants, animals, and minerals that are there. We call them biotica. basically pieces of nature.
We have a watchtower on the left side. Is this the limit of our civilization, of our colony?
Yeah, those are the borders of the colony. They've expanded to the left. They will expand further to the left, to the right as well later on. The more area they control, the more ecosystem resources they control. So only resources that you place within this territory will actually benefit. So now we've placed our first thing, and you see it's an amethyst, a mineral that will grant valuables to the inventor. So not exactly what they want, but they'll still happily make use of it. And what we see, it has a synergy, a rule called wild gem. So this is a rule that's quite specific to the amethyst. Every piece of nature has their own rule. And this asks to be next to an animal. So we can start creating our first synergy here by placing an animal next to them.
And placing next to another, one to another, is to follow these hexagons. And
yes, exactly.
This one is next, this and this, those two are next to the mineral. Let's place an animal here. I think both of them have animals. No, this is plants. Animals is this one. So let's place an animal here.
Yeah, we'll get to choose which animal. You start out with just very few options, like only 2 per biome. So in the savannah, we get to place either the African wild dog or I don't know the name of the other one. There's just too many to remember. The guinea fowl. Yeah. So this one gives food, and the other one gives valuables.
Yes. Let's go for food, I guess.
Yeah, every civilization needs food. Then one thing that I want to show you is you click.
If I click what? Sorry?
If you click the city, and you'll see that they're developing their resources based on what you've just placed.
Oh, great!
So they already have leveled up their population and they've leveled up their wealth level, but they haven't leveled up their technology level, and that's really what the inventor wants to do. So somehow we have to figure out a way to give them access to science.
When I put the mineral here, it gave me more technology. So minerals. So I'm guessing that he wants minerals.
So this one, this specific mineral gives valuables. So some minerals give valuables, which help them increase their wealth level, and some minerals give science, which helps them improve their science level. So we'll have to place one of those. And then the tricky part is, and this is something you learn after you play a couple of times, that in the savannah you can create science, but it's not really a terrific match for the inventor, because other places you can create a lot more science. So what you try to do initially, where you create a second biome, is probably a good strategy here, to place a taiga somewhere near the city.
Can I put it starting over here? No, because there's a red line.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I can.
You have to drag.
I can.
That's a bit of interface.
Let's make it a little bigger now.
And this is also part of it. Big biomes help because you can place lots of stuff in it and lots of synergies. But we'll soon also learn about biodiversity, which rewards big biomes, but also not too big biomes. I'll talk about it later. Let's play something for the inventor.
Let me just put the sound the audio a little bit.
Oh, that's
lower. It's getting over your voice, and I'm getting it hard to understand what you are saying. So I have the guinea fowl here, and I need more technology. Now I have inside my city limits. Where's the other side? The city only has limits on one side.
Yeah, they expanded to the left. So on the right, you also see the guard tower and the flags, but they're right in the city.
Of course. Yeah. It ends here. Okay. On this side. Okay. So
do you want to build some minerals or some plants?
What does the guinea fowl want?
The guinea fowl is just a simple being. It's,
no, nothing.
It provides food, but it doesn't really want anything.
Okay.
And here we see the amethyst is actually giving a lot of valuable output now. That's one of the main challenges of Reus, to find the right combo pieces and string them together. So right now we are at 30, but once we start experimenting with higher level biotica, it can go up to the hundreds, the thousands, in some cases with advanced strategies, the tens of thousands of output.
Is the effect cumulative? If I place another animal here, does the output of money raises?
For some, it does, but for this one, not. This one just checks whether there's at least one. But there are, especially the high level ones, they will scale a lot better. So you can really get those crazy strategies.
So
I'm
there's
afraid
no,
we won't
no,
get there in a short game, but you'll get there in your third game or so.
so there's no any advantage for me to repeat here another animal. I should place a different.
Yeah, I would. Let's place a cool tree there. Let's grab the forest giant, and let's see what we have for the taiga.
I have elephant grass for each adjacent to animal. That's good. I have one.
So if you move your camera a little bit, right now we've selected the savanna, and now we've selected the taiga, and you see the options for your plants change, because every biome has their own set of plants.
Oh, okay. So, counts as +1 distant per lost tag for determining the closest city for this and other biotica.
Yeah, the loss tag is a bit of an advanced rule where you don't really have to take it into account right now. But it's good to know that every biome has their own like archetypes and specific rules they play into. And the taiga is all about isolation and things being far away. Dense forests that you can hardly reach into. And the fir, this tree will help make things count as farther away, which will benefit other biotica.
Let's go for the fur.
Yeah, and it just gives you a plain 15 technology, so that's really good. And maybe we can put like a mineral next to it. Gives it even more.
And she wants
we leveled up their technology now. That's great.
Yes,
oh, we even reached all the way to 3. Nice. So this is because of the bonus. The inventor gives as a special global bonus, because you pick them as your first city. It's like a leader in civilization. You get this unique bonus. And their bonus is if plants, trees, or animals are unique, they will give more output. So even though the fir normally gives 15, now it gives 21. We get to settle. Well, there's a lot of things happening right now, so
yes.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. Let me just go for the chat. Fire Squid Games, yes, it was a pleasure to have such a great game here. You do not have to thank IndieX. The game is great. Edukni, no, I'm not Rojdos. I'm not. So let's make another civilization. Ooh, I do not think I should have make another biome. I do not have perhaps the toolsmith.
So the projects, the humans want to build something, and the inventor has some specific ideas, and you get to decide how to inspire them, what the best idea is. So here you get to sort of speculate on your strategy. Like, do you want to create a lot of undergrowth biotica, a lot of trees for the woodcutter, or maybe a lot of minerals for the toolsmith? And even though you haven't activated any of their rules yet, these projects will give you a lot of possibilities in the future. I would say go for either trees or minerals, depending on what you feel like.
Okay, let's go for trees. I was going to toolsmith because of the science, but I was watching for the requirements, and well, the requirements are not easy to meet.
All of them give science, and this is a really important strategic choice.
And now this one, Call Nomad. Should I call the nomads now?
Your choice. It's your planet. Like, do you want to make one big city or multiple smaller cities?
I still have
Yeah.
room for some nomads, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
let's
call
go.
them.
Let's go for them. Minerals. Let's go for the minerals.
Nice. Yeah, so we'll have to create a little space for them. It auto-selected like the placement menu, but we really don't have space for them yet. So we should create like a new area for them to live.
Well,
Or we could place them right here next to the other city, but that will surely create some territorial friction.
so they want minerals. So let's perhaps expand a little bit this biome. How can I?
Oh, we're still settling the nomads, so yeah, press escape.
Let's make this taiga a little bit bigger.
Yeah, that's smart. And this also plays into the distance theme of the taiga, where things need to be far apart. That helps.
Yeah. I do not want no one near my borders. No, so let's place them perhaps here. It's
Yeah, that's good. They'll both have some space to grow.
yes.
And it's good to note at this point that currently you're playing like the challenge mode, which is the main design mode, but we also have like a free play mode where there's really no lack of resources for the player. You can just do whatever they want to create the most beautiful planet they want. We're really trying to balance two goals with this game, where on the one hand you have this challenging strategic like puzzle game inspired by things like Civilization or Against the Storm, that type of titles.
Yeah. Against the
And-
Storm is another brilliant game.
It is, yeah. It came out during development, and we definitely played it a lot.
I was addicted to that game. My life stopped when.
And it's hard. And then the other, like, but we also just want people to create beautiful planets and collect them in the universe. That's always a proper goal too. So yeah, now you get to decide who to help. And if you look in the top left, I'm not sure if the viewers can see it too, but
Yes,
there's
they-
this.
Oh, it's
progress
behind
bar.
the. I noticed behind the name of the game. There's
Yeah.
our.
You can see it well enough. It's the purple progress bar, and if it's full, the era will end. And the more you do, the more stuff you place, the more time passes, basically. We call it eon. And if the eon bar is full, then you'll go to the next era, and you'll unlock new stuff based on how well you did as well.
So let's give a hand to this second civilization. They want minerals.
Yeah.
So let's give them some. There's agate and stone. What's the difference? One gives money and the other gives science. Let's go for science.
Yeah, you're playing the game.
And what's the requirements for this adjacent to a if adjacent to a bioticum with science?
Yeah, so basically any other thing that also gives science, the blue resource.
Let me
it will
check
be
if I
happy.
have some other giant with.
It could even be another stone.
Yes,
Or-
yes,
yeah.
that's the easy answer.
And so the nice thing about placing different biotica is every time you place something that's unique in its biome, it's the first type of it, it will give you biodiversity. It's in the top, the little colorful icon with the yellow, red, blue, and green. And that's really important because the more biodiversity you have, the more apex biotica your ecosystem can carry.
I didn't
And
know
yeah.
that. That's really clever.
So if you probably we should go into the apex because those are the really strong biotica that you can build your ecosystems around.
We should what? Sorry.
If select an apex bioticum for your taiga. But yeah,
Where do I select
you
it?
If you go to the top, you have this draft button. Top a little bit to the right.
I have where
Oh, sorry, a bit to the left where it says drafts.
Oh,
Yep. And then let's select a taiga because we're currently working on a taiga. And here you get to unlock new biotica, which is the main way of selecting stuff.
I will press draft tiger.
Yeah.
So I have copper, fox, potato.
Yeah, you get to choose what's best for your strategy. And along with the potato or the copper or the fox, you will also unlock some cohorts. They're a little helpful biotica that you also get to place.
Oh.
So the copper comes with tin as well. Or you could go more for plants, unlock the potato, the blackberry, blueberry, I think it is. Or for animals, like
I
the
want
fox.
the copper.
Definitely. Sounds like a good fit for your strategy.
And now here I have seen that there was you want what? Science? Science, yes.
Yeah, they
And
both
if I
want science,
choose-
so this is a very scientific planet. Gonna be very advanced very soon.
Okay, so I want this science here. Come here, giant. How big is the team that makes this game? How big is Abbey Games?
Abbey Games is actually quite small, so we're just 4 people in the office.
Ooh,
But, we've also worked with several people around the world to create, for example, the giants, the plants, and the animals. So there's about 12 people that worked on the game, but only 4 people worked on it full time.
and you make such diverse games. I have Renowned Explorers also. It's a completely
Oh, you played
different
that?
game to Rus.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
we,
really such a
yeah.
diversity on your creativity that it's unbelievable. I such a small team, such different games. It should not be easy.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, Renown Explorers was our second game. We created it right after the first Reus, and back then we were really like we wanted to do wildly different things and show people that we could do more than just create Reus. And I'm really proud of Renown Explorers. It's one of our most fun games. It's a really funny like exploration adventure management game, and there's nothing like it. But yeah, the diversity also put a toll on the team, and it's really hard to make a different game. It's original and good. It takes a lot of time, takes a lot of money, of course. So it may have been wise to like create a sequel earlier. But at the time, we didn't. We wanted to gain some more experience before tackling a sequel. And it's also fun to show people what's possible, except for Reus.
Ricardo Correa is telling on the chat that he already met you in 2014.
All right,
I think
yeah.
it's when you show him the Renowned Explorers. It's
Yeah,
best,
it's
best
that's
for
a
you
while
to not
ago.
remember him.
It's that's not a nice thing to say. I mean, 2014 is literally 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's
he
when we
also
showed
said
Renowned
that
Explorers on
Against the Storm was a finalist of Indie X in 2 years ago.
Oh, I mean, they should be. It's a brilliant indie game. This is like
Well,
if anyone that played Against the Storm, it's like a roguelite strategy game, and there are only very few of them. Like where you really have a strategy game that every time you replay it, you have to approach the optimal system in a very different way because of the environment and the drafts. And that's something that we always have wanted to create, even with Godhood and Renowned Explorers. Like the game throws you this semi-random stuff, procedural generation or just random drafts, and then you, as a strategic mind, have to make the best of it. And while that happens, you get this story unfolding on your planet, or in Renowned Explorers in your adventure, or in Godhood, you create your own religion based on these interactions. So that's why we love that game so much. Yeah.
I was about to say that because Royce that kind of start all over again, start from scratch, do something very different. It's not a proper roguelike, but it kind of is, because I think sometimes we think no one copied our game, and we know that copying a game is a great sign of it. For me, it's a
Respect.
compliment.
Yeah.
But your game was copied, but in a different way, I guess. It still is a very original game, right? It's very original. You will not find exactly the same game anywhere. For the ones watching, there's nothing alike with Royce. This is fantastic. It's a mix of several different games and was never properly copied. But before we talk about roguelikes and roguelites, this game already had some of those components.
And that's really to the credit of Adrian, who is the lead designer on the project. He's played a lot of games in his life, and he's always like looking at the best games he's played. A lot of Civilization, and even when we created the first Reus, for example, we played a lot of Binding of Isaac, one of the the biggest indie games of that time, and it just inspired us a lot because it was one of the first big indie roguelites on Steam. Roguelike even. And we thought, well, some of those ideas are really good. You just get to play the game for hundreds of hours and still unlock new things and discover new strategies. That's so cool.
Yes.
We really want to put that in all of our games.
Yes, and that's something that you will find here. You will play for hours on end, and you will still find some new cool interaction, some new cool strategy, because you will keep unlocking new stuff. And at least on the first one, this one I didn't advance any further than this, but it was very cool because you could start a new save with an entire new project. You could do something not completely different, but very different, and it was cool to watch people going against us if we played badly. The game is so fun. It's very fun.
Awesome, man. Thanks. I mean, I would definitely suggest you play Reus 2 a lot more. I think it's a better game than Reus 1.
Oh, will you? When I'm not
it's,
part
it's
of
different though. Like not everyone likes Reus 2 better than Reus 1. So, we made some different choices for it. But like all in all, I think this is just more rewarding as a strategy game.
I think we have more control on this one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
let's try and place the copper before we ignore our little villages. Or did you already place your copper? Oh, it's there. It's the agate.
Where? This one is agate. Where do you want me to put copper?
Hey, you decide. It's your planet. But it's like the strongest piece you have right now. So I would definitely suggest you place it somewhere.
Oh, damn it. This has to be close to, let me check. Nothing, so it can be here or here. +4 diversity.
Yeah, so it costs 4 biodiversity. So this is the mechanic I told you about earlier, where the Apex Biotica. Oh wow, it's doing really well in your taiga. And you're really happy.
Yeah,
They are jumping a little bit. Zoom in a little bit on the city if you want, and get to see them celebrate.
Sorry?
Can you zoom in a little bit on the city? Oh,
too late.
They're gone
too late
already,
to watch the celebrations. But they are all looking at the copper stone. Oh, it's a luxury.
Oh, they developed a luxury as well?
At least I've unlocked the achievement.
Yeah, it's one of the more secondary mechanics. But if you click the city, there's some tabs going on the top right. And if you go to the third one, you'll find that they develop luxuries and inventions based on their technology level, or they will trade with other cities. And because you've given them copper and they have enough technology to do an invention, they've developed advanced tools which will improve their technology even further and also color their civilization a bit. There's like 100 different ones that you get to discover throughout the game.
Only 100?
Only, I mean, that's not the main component for exploration. There's 300 biotica, more than 300 biotica in the game. So that's the main thing to explore.
I guess I have all my slots. No, I still have one more inside the city limits. So what I didn't have place, I have plants, animals, minerals, but they want minerals. This one doesn't need any requirement. So let's go for diversity.
Yeah, it's always nice.
No,
So
I'm not
one thing to take into account for because your ecosystem just became a lot more complex with the copper. If you click the copper, its special rule is it wants to be in a really rugged place. Rugged is a special mechanic for the taiga, and the more predators and the more minerals there are in your biome, the more rugged it is. It's that little stat at the top that says 8, like a snowflake with 8.
Yes.
And
I have a plus
yeah.
1 with this, with a skunk.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Isn't
but now only if it's far away from the city. Now it just stinks up the city. Doesn't count.
How can I one? Well, it's one. It's adjacent.
Yeah, it's not far enough. But that's okay. Like, that doesn't have to be perfect. But the thing is, the more food you place, the lower your ruggedness becomes because it becomes more habitable. So placing a carrot will actually reduce your ruggedness, which will reduce the effectiveness of your copper. It's still like a consideration because you need some food.
I still have some room to maneuver.
Yeah.
Let's check what I have from minerals. I have the adjacent to a plant bioticum. Can I place it? Yes, I still have room if I need to put it next to a plant. Outside the city.
Yeah.
Can I place stuff outside the city? I think I can.
Yeah, surely you can. Like, usually it's less effective, but in these cases it can still be very helpful.
Let me just place a plant there. And
now you have some ruggedness to spare, so you can actually place the carrot without hurting your copper.
And then we go to the other city.
It's,
where we still have room to maneuver.
Oh, you even leveled up your miner village.
Yes,
you already finished their level 2 request.
Oh, another.
It's quite nice for your first real game to already have a level 2 quest finished before the end of the first era.
What will we... okay. One extra science, more science in the toolsmith, stone cutter. If there are 4, I need 4 minerals. I do not have space for 4 minerals at this point.
The last one is actually a scaling rule that basically doubles the output of your copper. It gives you an extra science for every science in your best mineral. And because your copper is so well placed, it's in a good ecosystem for it. This is a really good one.
Say no more.
Sorry for the backseat gaming. I'm just trying to guide you through your first real game of Reus 2. And as we see, there's a lot to know. Yeah. So now
Some
they've got
of
this
these
mountain.
ideas, they come like we have to experience them to know properly what they interact with. But some of those are very intuitive and very straightforward. It was what I wanted to say.
Yeah, and if people play on their own and there's not like a fixed time slot for us to play the game in, just go at your own pace. One of the main design changes we did from Reus 1 to Reus 2 is that there's no real time pressure. There's nothing that happens putting pressure on you as the player if you do not play if you not plays Biotica, for example. So the game moves at your pace. It's sort of like a turn-based game, even though it moves in real time. And that means that you just get to think and enjoy the atmosphere while you figure everything out. And with the tutorial quests on, you also get some helping hands, even though it's not really a tutorial because we want players to be free to experiment, even in the first game.
What was the main difficulties on creating this game for you as such a small team?
So one thing is, if people know a little bit about Abbey games, so this is our fourth game, and our previous game was Godhood. Godhood was made with quite a big team, 12 people working on it, mostly full-time. So we're about 3 times as big in the office. And that was a big project, and it didn't perform as well as we would have hoped. It turned out after early access to still be a great game, but it didn't sell enough copies to break even, which means we had to downsize the studio. And we posted at length about that. And there's some articles about it. So one of the real difficulties really was to see if we could still get a game at all with the downsized version. We worked on our own engine before. We couldn't support that anymore without the tech lead. So we moved to Unity, for example. It was a main difficulty at the start of the project to see if we could still create strategy management games in a whole different engine with a downsized team. But yeah, that took like a year to figure everything out. The first year of development was that. And then the other part was, so we thought, this is our first sequel. We made 3 original games, and then we made a sequel because we really wanted to revisit Reus. And we thought this will make some parts of the design easier, but really it made some things harder because we still wanted to redesign the game from the ground up. The puzzle has changed, the way giants work has changed, the way you unlock things changed, even it changed from like a real-time to a more turn-based style. We changed everything about the game, but it still had to fit the general mold of Reus, with a planet and ecosystems on there, and giants moving around it. So figuring out where to place everything without having the full freedom of a new original IP was actually kind of tricky in my experience. I'm really happy where it ended up, but it just took a long while to get it right. It took a lot of community interaction. We fortunately have a really nice Discord with a group of people that helped us playtest the game a lot before it was finished, before it was released for the first time in like a Steam Next Fest, and then later on fully released. But yeah, that's been a hallmark, by the way. We really want to iterate with the community because like,
how important are these events for a game like Reus?
Like Steam Next Fest, you mean?
Any of them.
Yeah.
These big events, small to big events on Steam and outside Steam, if you have someone anyone to talk about.
I mean, any indie developer will tell you that it's hard to create indie games and have them seen and be discovered. So thanks, by the way, for hosting us here. Back when Reus 1 released in 2013, there was almost no strategy games coming out on Steam, especially not indie strategy games. So if you looked at like the simulation games tab upcoming, it would just list a couple of games. Nowadays, if you do that, there's like 10 or 20 or 30 games coming out in the next few weeks that are all simulation or strategy games. So events are one of the big ways to find people that will really enjoy this game, to get it in front of them, but also to get feedback, especially like a Steam Next Fest where you have to upload a demo. It's a lot of work for us, but you get a lot of really good feedback from people playing that demo, seeing how long they play, whether they enjoy it, what they think could be better. And if they, so it really helps us improve the game. It's sort of like a little bit like early access, but without already selling the game. And then the festivals that are more about just showing the game are also important, and they're a little bit easier for us to do because we don't have to create a specific demo for it. Yeah, all of that is really important. Like, we really want to. We have a lot of fans from the first game, and I'm really grateful that they tried out Reus 2 and that they're liking the changes. Um, but we also always have to reach a new audience, of course.
Yeah. Before we go to a new era and finish the stream, I have just one last question. I may be wrong with this, but the first Ruse was self-published, wasn't it?
Correct. Yeah.
So what's the main difference now that you are with Fire Squid that you find
Oh,
out?
yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of difference, but so Fire Squid came onto the project about halfway, and it really helps, especially in that phase where you have to do a lot of work to get your game out, to get it localized, to get it tested, to basically do all the things that don't directly involve making the game. It was just a lot easier. We got a lot of help there. They have expertise there. So it's really great to work with Fire Squid on such a title. Frees up our mind. And it's good to have like a sparring partner, someone who also wants the game to succeed and has the resources to help that happen. So yeah,
Right.
it's you're just not so alone. Sometimes
I
it's really
imagine.
lonely to be an indie. Yeah, let's go to the next era. Let's see what
Let's
that's
check the
about.
new era.
Just to tell people a little bit about what this is. So the normal game of Reus, a full-length game, plays out in 3 eras or 4 eras if you include the startup era that we just played. In every era, you can have a theme depending on what happens on your planet. And because you placed a lot of minerals, have a lot of science, you get to play the Iron Age. It's one of the primitive ages, and it gives you an extra goal, namely to get a lot of science with the Great Forge, and it gives you a very powerful project in this case. And in the second era, you have different projects like the Plague era or the Castle era, and a few more. And then in the third era, you get like the really end game goals, like launching a rocket into space or creating like a solar punk civilization, or go the wrong way and like summon like a cult and summon like a huge eldritch horror. The idea is that you really get to decide the future, the history of your planet, and for every planet there can be something else. Also influence some of your strategic choices. But yeah,
Well,
that's what we just tried out.
well, it's a good time to end the stream. It was great because we could talk about the eras a little bit, and we are a bit past our time. Well, Manuel, I have to sincerely thank you for putting up with me to guide me through this game, because this is not as easy as the viewer can may think. It has tons of new interactions. Some stuff is not properly intuitive. You have to dig a little bit to make it fine tune. The game is incredibly creative. It will be hard for you if you like strategy games to find something exactly like this. This is the original stuff. It's not properly a city builder, not properly a god game. Well, it is a god game, but it's kind of a roguelike, if I can say it. You can experiment with very interactions and get extremely different results. It's so hard to talk about this game and for you to get the grasp of it just for watching. Just go to Steam and wishlist this, buy it and buy it.
Yeah, it's
It's
out.
very cheap. It's a very cheap game, and on a festival that has such a magnificent choice of games, I when I got to stream this, I overjoyed with happiness, because I love this game, this franchise. It's great. Go for it, Manuel. Once again, thank you for being with me, and see you next time. Wait, there's a vacancy now of 1 hour, and we will come again later. Manuel,
Thank you.
see
Thanks for
you.
having me.
Bye.
Every story starts somewhere. These little beings were helped by gigantic forces of nature who took them across the oceans, and the solar system. As an old saying goes, life always finds a way, but sometimes needs a little push. Shape planets with your powerful giants. Generate plants. Living creatures. Predators. Minerals. And unlock new biotica that your people will use to quickly evolve. Humans will evolve and create entire civilizations thanks to your many gifts. Your people can take many paths. Good. Bad. The rules of the universe will not judge you. Shape an infinity of new worlds. Choose your human spirit, giants and eras. Create symbiotic ecosystems. Inspire humanity with your creations. And let the universe come to life.